Hi guys, I wanted to thank you for supporting the video I did about this DIY bottle project. I'm really excited that some people got a chance to see it. And I wanted to talk about the table that I used. I used a table. I know a lot of people have these tables, those like tray sets. You get these like wooden tray sets. And I shot this video on that, and I really wasn't happy with the way it looked. I wanted it to look a lot more rustic, a lot more, wear and tear on it so it could give it some dimension. So what I did was, and I'm going to show you this video, and if you just bear with me, I'll get to the video. So what I did was I took some vinegar, sandpaper, and then some coffee to sort of rough it up and take off it had some sort of, I don't know if it was like shellac or shine to it, and I wanted to take it off. So I'm going to show you how I did it. So this is how it looks now, and I think it looks so much better than it did before. But I want to show you what I did. I used some vinegar, like I mentioned, some coffee, and then what I did was I sprayed the vinegar on it. I used sandpaper to take that polish off, and you'll see me doing that right here in this video. And it took a while to get that coating off. And like I was saying, the reason I wanted to take that coating off is it had sort of like a reflective quality to it. So when I was taking pictures on it, you could kind of see a little bit of shine, and it didn't have that sort of rustic, worn look that I was going for. So here you see me taking the coffee, and I'm putting the coffee on it to give it a little bit more depth. So when you have these old tray tables, and like I said, they're not really expensive, and it's a solid piece of wood, and I felt like, and I've kind of priced how much it would cost to get another table. It would be far more than this. So this gives me a good place to shoot videos on, and shoot these types of videos on. So it gives me the ability to kind of get that depth that I wanted. So you'll see now, let me show you some. So you see how in this picture, you see the wood, you see the grain of the wood, you see the little imperfections in the wood, which to me makes it so beautiful, and it gives it so much character. So instead of having just a plain background, it adds depth to the picture. Oh, so let me tell you about this necklace while I'm at it. This necklace I got really cheap at a store. I was passing by, and whenever you see these little teeny tiny stores, I don't care if it's a beauty supply store or if it's a little newspaper stand. If they have little pieces of jewelry, stop in and look at it. I don't remember the exact price I paid for it, but stop in and look. I didn't pay a lot for it. It actually broke. I was walking down the street and it broke. And so I had to stop and pick up all the little pieces of this necklace. And I'm sure I lost a few pieces. So what I did was I picked it up, and it took me years, but over time I got a new, this is like a new necklace wire, and I restrung it. And I changed it up, and I wanted it to be sort of an asymmetrical, so you can see that it's not exactly symmetrical. And I wanted it that way because it has a story, and that's the whole point. What I like about having this wood table is that wood has a story to it. If you look at the pieces of wood, no two pieces are exactly alike. Even within this same chunk of wood, there's no area that's exactly alike. So every time you place something on it and you move it around, you get a different dimension to it. You get different character to it. So to me, it's like a person. No two people are exactly alike. We're all different. Same thing with wood. So with this necklace, it now has just like the wood it's resting on. This necklace has a story. Every time I wear this necklace, I'll remember the story that goes with it. And again, I found it at a store. It was really inexpensive. And that's another thing. Some people say, well, they don't really want to get inexpensive jewelry. Listen, it's really up to you. everyone has a different budget, everyone has a different sense of style and taste. But if you find a really nice piece and it's inexpensive, why not buy it? Um, and no one has to know the exact amount you paid for it. It's no one's business. So this is another area. See, I took this picture on this area and you see the grain of wood. And then I took it in another area, which is a little up from this area, and you see the grain of wood. So the same thing I was telling you, how each area of this wood has a different quality to it. So it gives me so much more, so it gives me so many options in how I can shoot videos and how I can display pieces and show you guys. And don't mind my nail polish is chipping. So, like I said, this channel is a very real channel. This is not going to be a glamour channel at all. This is going to be just me, again, taking back my power, taking back my sense of self, and you'll be able to see how my journey, you'll be able to see how I progress. And I hope I'm progressing. I hope my videos are getting better. I hope they're not, I hope I'm not going in the opposite direction. I hope I'm not regressing. I hope I'm progressing. So again, this is just an idea I wanted to show you, and this is how it came out. So I showed you the process, and I think it really came out nice. And you know, it was so cheap and inexpensive to take off that top coating and really bring out the depth and the quality of the wood. And this is how it really looks, and I think it looks good. So this is how it was before. I don't know if you folks can really see. You could see some of it, but you see how it has a little bit of a reflection there. Well, now that I took that top coating off, it won't have that reflection. So it won't distract from the pieces that I'm trying to display. And you can really focus on the display pieces. So let me tell you a little bit about this necklace. Again, this is another necklace that I found. I don't remember exactly where I bought it, but I found it at a small store, and it has a pair of earrings that go along with it. And at the time, these kind of chunky necklaces were really big. And so I was like, wow, I got a good deal on this. And I bought it and I wore it and I got a lot of compliments on it. And it was really inexpensive. It was worth the price. What I like about it is that because of it has that sort of icy quality, it's really timeless. So you can, even though it was a trendy piece at the time, I can separate it. I separated it from the earrings. So I have the earrings, but I really don't wear the earrings. But this type of piece is timeless. You can see how it can easily be dressed up, but it could also go under a button-down blouse, and you have the middle part, this chunky middle part visible, and the other part. It's slightly graduated. It isn't truly graduated, and it's really heavy. So it's a heavy piece. But imagine just having this part visible. So so it went from being a really trendy piece to being something that's now going to be a staple in my wardrobe. So that's something that you want to look out for. So again, I wanted to just emphasize the fact that you don't have to spend a lot of money to get really good pieces of costume jewelry and pieces that will complement your wardrobe and complement you and make it and be flattering for you. Go into those little stores. Sometimes you never know. I think a lot of those little stores also have like closeout pieces or pieces that didn't sell in other stores. So they may not have a wide selection, but what they'll have are pieces that were left over from other stores. So they got it at a good rate, and then they'll pass that savings on to you. If you got a necklace like this from a bigger store, from a department store, for example, it would cost far more because they have to mark it up. Part of the reason why you spend more at big stores and department stores is because they have to pay their rent. They have to pay the overhead. So they have to pay for rent. They have to pay for electricity. They have to pay their workers. They have to pay for stock. These smaller stores don't have as much overhead, so they're able to pass their savings on to you as a consumer. So if you think of it this way, it's just like when you buy things online. I get so many great deals on eBay. you can get that. And I was an eBay seller, and I'm hoping, fingers crossed, to go back to doing that. The reason I could offer things at a cheaper rate is I had less overhead, so I didn't have to pay. I have to pay for my supplies and the cost of shipping and listing. So part of what I would do as an eBay seller is I'm doing marketing, I'm doing shipping, I'm answering questions, so I'm customer service. I do all of it. Like most eBay sellers, small eBay sellers, we do all of it. The reason that we can pass those savings on to you is because we aren't paying someone else to do it. So we are doing the labor, we are doing the research, we're doing the descriptions. Most bigger stores and bigger online companies, they pay people to do those things. So they pay people to write the little blurbs that you read next to the product. Those product descriptions are things that someone has to be paid to write. We can pass those savings on because as small sellers, we're the ones doing all of that. So that's part of why when you're looking at the cost of things, you have to factor that in. So a big store is going to, this would have cost probably 3 times the amount at a large department store, because they have to factor in the cost of goods plus everything else that they add on to the price. So feel free to stop into those little stores. A lot of times when you stop into those little stores, the people who own the stores are also the workers. So you're interacting with the very people who will be buying the product. So if you see a piece like this piece I like a lot, and when I go into these stores, I ask them, do you have anything else like this? Because they will know what the consumers are interested in. So another idea that I wanted to give you for you crafters and DIYers like myself, feel free to take this apart. I told you it fell apart and I was sort of trying to put it back together. I thought about just making it into a bracelet, and taking some of the pieces and making another piece out of it. So if you find something like this, these little acrylic or plasticky stones are really cute. If you look at it, even though it's plastic and artificial, it has a lot of quality to it. So you can easily take it apart and make something else out of it. That's something you may want to look for on eBay, because on eBay what happens is you get people who put sort of like a container together of all their broken pieces, and they sell it that way for crafters. So if you are a crafter, you can do that. And you see how this has all those little acrylic beads in between. So this was a good deal. It was really a good deal. And I feel like I really got not only my money's worth, but even more than my money's worth on this purchase. So I hope that helps. I'll be uploading some more videos soon. And please feel free to leave comments, give me feedback. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'll be happy to answer them. Thanks for watching. See you soon.